Hi children, now we are discussing grade 9, that is chapter 1, number system topics, and as already you know, we discussed rational numbers, irrational numbers, and representing irrational numbers on the number line, and operations on real numbers. All these already we discussed. Now coming to the last topic, that is laws of exponents, and this topic is also not at all a new topic for you. As you know, we have already discussed in grade 7 and grade 8 all the laws of exponents. Once we revise all those laws of exponents, that is first one, a power m into a power n equal to a power m plus n. That means when the base is n, we have to add the exponents. And the second one is a power m divided by a power n equal to a power m minus n. That means when we are dividing the powers with the same base, then we have to subtract the exponents. And then the third one, a power 0 equal to 1, and the next one, a power m whole power n equal to a power mn. And coming to the next one, a power m into b power m. Here the bases are different and the exponent is same. Then we can multiply the bases, ab whole power m, and next one, a power m divided by b power m equal to a by b whole power m. And the last one with the negative exponents also one we have definitely, a power minus n equal to 1 by a power n. So these are the laws of exponents already we learned in 7th and 8th grades. So here actually what are a and b? Actually a and b are here bases. A, b are any two non-zero integers. Like that actually we have taken a, b are any two non-zero integers, and here m and n are exponents. Here m, n are any two integers. Any two integers we can take in place of m and n. So these are the laws of exponents for integers actually we have done. Now the same laws of exponent concept we can extend even to real numbers. Before that, once we have to know the concept, how to use a radical sign, and without using radical sign, how to write using exponents. Once we have already done it, but once I want to revise. Suppose nth root a equal to b implies b power n equal to a. For example, if you want to take n as 2, that means square root, actually 2 means we need not write it when n equal to 2. So square root of 4 equal to 2, already we know this. So how can we write this actually? B power n equal to a. Here actually n we are not writing this, that is 2. So 2 square equal to 4. Both mean the same, isn't it? As already we know, both mean the same. So nth root a equal to b implies b power n equal to a. And here actually this nth root, this is called radical sign. This is called radical sign. This is called radical sign representation. The same we can, that means actually nth root a can be represented without using radical sign, also using exponents, that is a power 1 by n. So all of you have to focus more on this. Based on this one, question is also given in recent board exams in 10th class. So definitely you have to remember it. All the concepts whatever you are learning in 9th class, definitely these all are useful even for 10th board exams. So focus more on this. So once again you see this, nth root a can be written without using radical sign, that means using exponent a power 1 by n. Suppose you want to write for example cube root of 8 can be written without using radical sign, using exponents 8 to the power 1 by 3. Here nothing is there, means we can take it as 1 actually. So 8 to the power 1 by 3. Suppose you want to write one more example here I am giving, once you see. Suppose you want to write 2 to the power 3, the same cube root. Cube root of 2 power 3 if you want to write, then 2 to the power 3 by 3. That is actually 2 power 1 only, as already we know. So cube root of 8 equal to 2, but this is actually without using radical sign, using the exponent how to write. Hope all of you understood that. Now the same laws of exponent concept we are extending to real numbers. Okay. Now we will see a power p into a power q equal to a power p plus q. Here actually p and q are any two rational numbers and a is any positive real number. As already you know what are real numbers? Yes, you maybe correct answer. What you guessed that real numbers are, real number may be rational or irrational number. That means real numbers include both rational and irrational numbers. So actually here the laws of exponents we are discussing for real numbers now. So here a is any positive real number, and p and q are any two rational numbers. Okay, rational number means the number which can be expressed in the form of p by q is called a rational number, and real number means it may be rational or irrational. So here a power p into a power q equal to a power p plus q. Just here we will see one example for this. So here I want to take the base as 7 to the power 1 by 2 into 7 to the power 3 by 4. So here p and q are any two rational numbers and 7 is any real number, actually here a positive real number. So here how to simplify this? Using this law, a power p into a power q equal to a power p plus q. That is now here 7 to the power 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4. Now since these two are rational numbers, we have to take the LCM to simplify this part. To simplify this part, we have to take the LCM. LCM is 4. Now 2 plus 3, that is 7 to the power 5 by 4. So this is the final answer for this. Means 7 to the power 1 by 2 into 7 to the power 3 by 4 equal to 7 to the power 5 by 4. Now coming to the next law, a power p whole power q equal to a power pq. Even here a is any positive real number and p and q are any two rational numbers. So now for example we can take 5 to the power 1 by 3 whole power 5 if I take. So here p value I have taken as 1 by 3 and q I have taken as 5 and a I have taken as 5, where here 5 is any real number and these two are any two rational numbers. Now how can we simplify it? 5 to the power 1 by 3 into 5, that is equal to 5 to the power 5 by 3. Understood? So here a power p whole power q equal to a power pq. Understood? Hope all of you understood. So here once again you see this example. So in the place of p and q, any two rational numbers we can take. You can take your own example and you can try also. Now coming to the third one, a power p minus a power p divided by a power q equal to a power p minus q. So here the base is same and when it is divided, then exponents actually we have to subtract. Once you see here a power p divided by a power q equal to a power p minus q. Here a is any positive real number and p and q are any two rational numbers. So here we will take one example how to simplify using this law. 3 power 1 by 5 divided by 3 power 1 by 3. If we take it, then we will see how to simplify it. 3 power, here p minus q, 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3 equal to, you have to take the LCM whenever additional numbers addition or subtraction is there. So 3 to the power, here 15, 3 minus 5, so 3 to the power minus 2 by 15. So the final simplification for this is 3 to the power minus 2 by 15. Once again you see this, a power p divided by a power q equal to a power p minus q, where a is any positive real number and p and q are any two rational numbers. Now coming to the next one, a power p into b power p equal to ab whole power p. Here ab are any two positive real numbers and p is any rational number. So we will see here one example for this, how to simplify using this law. So here suppose if you want to take 2 power 3 by 4 into 3 power 3 by 4. Here base is not same but the exponent is same. So that time when what we have to do? We have to multiply the bases. So 2 into 3 whole power 3 by 4. That is 6 to the power 3 by 4. So hope you understood. A power p into b power p equal to ab whole power p. So once again we revise all the 4 laws of exponents. So far whatever we discussed. First one is a power p into a power q equal to a power p plus q. Next one, a power p whole q equal to a power pq. Next, the third one, a power p divided by a power q equal to a power p minus q. And the last one, a power p into b power p equal to ab whole power p. So here based on the laws of exponents we have the last exercise. Just one or two examples I want to discuss with you, and remaining all the sums definitely you can do on your own. Definitely you will get it. If you have any doubts I will clarify. So here 64 to the power 1 by 2, one sum example. So here actually here we have the denominator of the exponent as 2. So we will try to write 64 with the exponent 2. Then by using laws of exponents the 2 will get cancelled. So how can we write 64 with the exponent 2? Yes, your guess may be correct. So 64 can be written as 8 square. 8 into 8 is 64. So 8 square whole power 1 by 2. So now using the law 8 to the power 2 into 1 by 2 we can write, what is that law? A power p whole power q equal to a power pq. So here once again you see 8 to the power 2 into 1 by 2. So 2 we can cancel. So finally 8 we will get. So 64 whole to the power 1 by 2 equal to 8. Actually already we discussed this. Actually 64 to the power 1 by 2 is nothing but square root of 64, isn't it? This is square root of 64. Without using radical sign when we write it will be the same, 64 to the power 1 by 2 only. And already we know that root 64 equal to 8. So coming to the next one, 125 whole to the power minus 1 by 3. Even here when we see the denominator in the exponent that is 3, so we will try to write the base 125 with the exponent 3 if possible. We will see. So is it possible or not? So definitely it is possible. So 125 how can we write with you if you want to write with exponent 3, that is 5 to the power 3 whole power minus 1 by 3. The same law we can apply even here, that is 5 to the power 3 into minus 1 by 3. Now 3 we can cancel here, so 5 to the power minus 1. Actually here we can apply one more law also. We can write it as 1 by 5. So using the law a power minus n equal to 1 by a power n, what we have done already in 8th grade. So 5 power minus 1 is also definitely correct. Otherwise the same can be written as 1 by 5 to the power 1 or 1 by 5. So once again you see, whenever once you have to consider the denominator in the exponent, based on that definitely that is the way actually we simplify. So 125 should be written with the exponent 3. So when we write like that, then 5 cube we will get. Then again the same law, a power p whole power q equal to a power p cube, then 5 to the power minus 1 after cancellation. So that is equal to 5 power minus 1 or that is equal to 1 by 5 also. Both are correct. Now one more example. So here 1 by 3 cube whole power 7. So how to simplify it? First definitely we can write it as a by b whole power n equal to a power n by b power n, like that we can do. So 1 to the power 7 by 3 cube whole to the power 7, then that is equal to 1 by 3 power 21. Here actually we are applying a power n whole power n equal to a power mn. So we can multiply the exponent. So 1 by 3 power 21, if you want to write this with the negative exponent, then it becomes 3 power minus 21 as 1 by a power n equal to a power minus n. So definitely you can write it also 1 by a power n equal to a power minus n. So here we are using that one, and here actually a by b whole power n equal to a power n by b power n. So this 7 is for both 1 to the power 7 by 3 cube whole to the power 7. So we can write like that. And coming to the next example, 11 to the power 1 by 2 by 11 to the power 1 by 4. Here the exponents are rational numbers. So definitely we can subtract 11 to the power 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. Here what is the law we are using? A power p divided by a power q equal to a power p minus q. So based on that, 11 to the power 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4. So that is 11 to the power, here LCM we have to take. So 11 to the power 1 by 4. This is the final answer. Hope all of you understood all these laws of exponents. Definitely all the other sums you can try on your own. You will get the answers. Thank you.